make me crazy. Never got your name, but you got me begging. All I know about you, you like to pick and choose, make it all about you. Go take it all if you want. Taking the chance, stuck in my head, not gonna leave it at that. Taking the lead, feeling your heat, just wanna give you my best. I don't even know your name, but you got me, 'cause you're old to die. We don't know what happens next, but you got me, 'cause I'm next in line. You make it look so easy, making me feel so dreamy. Not the one who pays for drinks, but you got me, 'cause you're old to die. Got me locked in now. Go ahead and take a shot. Do you really want me? Maybe you're just playing. The way you're making it move, yeah, you do it so smooth. Make it all about you. Can have it all if you want. Taking the chance, stuck in my head, not gonna leave it at that. Taking the lead, feeling your heat, just wanna give you my best. Taking the chance, stuck in my head, not gonna leave it at that.
Victim of love, calling out to heaven above for you. Don't fight it, baby. Don't fight it, baby. Baby, I'm not playing around. I mean every little word. I can't get you out of my mind. Oh, baby, every curse like a new adventure, pulling me into the center closer. Yeah, baby, I'm not playing around. I mean every little word. I can't get you out of my mind. Oh, baby.
Hey, you guys, this is your boy Rodney Howell, and welcome to another segment of Shot Talk. Oh my God, we got an interesting topic on tonight. But before I tell you what it is, let me introduce my guest. We got my girl, Joy Santiago Clark. Hey, Joy, what's happening, beautiful?
Huh?
You been okay? How are you?
I'm good. I'm just a little tired.
Oh, that's why you got those glasses on, being fabulous, huh?
Yeah, just tonight.
All right, that's okay, baby. You look good. And then we got my girl Jessie. Jessie, come on back. Jessie Elliott.
Hey,
you guys.
hey, y'all.
Jessie was on last week. It was an amazing show, and we had to get her back. The ratings went up with you, Jessie. Awesome, as well as my cousin, Mr. Martin Green. Come on in, Martin.
What up, what up, what up?
Stop talking, man. How's it going, cuz? You all right?
Oh, yeah, I'm doing great. No complaints.
All right, you guys. Now, we all remember Martin from a couple of shows back. I think all the ladies were in on Martin. I don't know how many phone numbers he got. I think he put his number right out there on social media. Did you, Martin?
I'm not sure. I probably did.
Okay. You don't have to share. You don't have to share, man. Look, you guys, I had you guys to come on tonight because this is a great topic, I think, and it's something that's long overdue that I think that we need to discuss. We're talking about tonight, can you have a platonic relationship with a gay man or a lesbian woman? Come on, that's pretty hot, right?
Right.
Okay, that's pretty good. Well, my sister Joy here, we have been friends forever since Joy was a little young girl. She was hanging out with us at the clubs, the whole 9 yards. Yes. That's my sister. So I personally, kicking it off, think that, and I have some friends. I have 3 heterosexual best friends, and these guys are ride or die with me, and we're friends. We're like brothers, just like Joy and I are brother and sisters. And it's about the love that we share for one another. It doesn't have anything to do with our sexual orientation, who we like, who we love. It's just the friendship that we share with one another. So I think that people can have a platonic relationship, and meaning platonic, and we're going to get into it and take it even further, because we know how people tend to judge you if you hang out with somebody that's gay. So let's get with Jessie. She's so laid back. That's my girl, Miss Jessie. Jessie, give us your thoughts on this. Do you think that a man and a woman, and we know with men is different. You know, it's different when it comes with a man and a lesbian woman than it comes with a man and a gay man. So it's society. But what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts, Jessie?
I think it's absolutely possible. I myself, I'm deeply entrenched in the LGBTQ community because I happen to be a pansexual person.
Right.
So pansexual means that I connect with the human being. I don't care what
Right.
genitals you come with. Now you can't be looking like no Jabba the Hutt looking mofo,
Right.
you know, but I got to find you physically attractive. But I really don't care what parts you were born with or you went and bought yourself some. I don't care. I just need
Exactly.
you to be a dope ass human.
Right.
Okay.
And it's
So
just about the love, right? And the
it's
relationship.
about the love, right? So, and that goes for my friends too. And I have friends in all parts of the rainbow. I have friends that are
Right.
trans. I have friends that are pan. I have friends that are bi. I have friends that are gay. And what is particularly the female spectrums of it. I have two specific women that are dear, dear friends of mine that are like family to me, and that have been like when one of my children came out as non-binary.
Oh,
I thought they were gonna be
wow.
my little one,
How
and
old is she?
they're 18 now.
Okay.
They're
Okay.
non-binary, so I refer to her as they, them, and their. And
Right.
when she first came out, when she was 14, I was like, "Did you want to talk to Aunt Maddie because she knows all about that lesbian sex stuff?" And she was like, "Miss Mom, I'm 14. You said I couldn't date till I'm 16. I'm just letting you know gender identification and sexual identity are two different things."
Right.
And so,
Right.
so it
We're
was
gonna
a whole
do a
nother
show on that.
yeah, it's a whole nother level of education for me, but I think it's absolutely possible. It's kind
Possible.
of like, I mean, my lesbian friends, I mean, obviously they'll joke around. If we ask after we drink a little bit or
Right.
whatever, they'll
Right.
talk about it with me. Plus, they know I like girls sometimes, but I
So
wouldn't call myself a lesbian per se.
okay.
But
That's
the
cool.
friendship doesn't change. The friendship
Great.
doesn't change.
Great.
It's about the human being.
Now with Joy, I know Joy can speak on it. They have something that some people say, you know, it's a word they call you fag cags. So
Or
those are
we like
women.
the term fruit
Martin.
fly.
Okay, there you go. Jesse would know and Joy knows, but
Fruit
Martin
fly
don't
is
know the
nicer.
lingo. He doesn't know the
I've never
lingo.
heard that word before.
So Joy, explain to him what a fag cag is.
Or
So-
glitter catcher. Glitter catcher.
First of all, let me just say this. There's nothing hag about me, okay?
There you go, baby.
Thank you.
You can look at her and tell she
Nothing
fears.
haggish about this mama.
Nothing about that. But really what it is, it's a term for really women. It started with women who hang around a lot of gay men.
Right.
You know, and it's like that's just where, you know, that's just the definition. But it is really, for me, being a woman hanging around a lot of gay men, you know, it's just because men are just in essence, they're a lot times more powerful. They can hang with me. I'm an A personality. Jesse and I are
Very much so.
hang with Jesse all day. But a lot of women aren't like that, you know.
Right,
and
right.
You got to be able. So that's just my comfort level. A lot of my male friends happen to be gay, but like Jesse said, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You're a cool person.
Right.
And it's another thing too. One of the things I find also is that I always feel the safest in the company of gay men because number one, they'll never let you be in a space where you're not safe.
Exactly.
And they'll never let you take a bad picture. And they tell you the truth. No matter what, they will tell you the truth. And y'all get drunk enough and sometimes you make out and they're like, yeah, girl, you're fine. But yeah, no, I'm good.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Now that's a good one. Yeah, we're gonna get to Martin and let Martin, what do you think?
I think, of course, you can be platonic with a gay man or a gay woman.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Without being
right. And sexuality really don't matter. It's like that's what you do in your private time, right?
Right.
It really has nothing to do with me.
Exactly. And that's
just
the thing.
Just on how you treat me. That's it.
And that's important. But with guys, you know, it always go to a whole nother level. You know, being friends. Women can be friends with everybody and anybody.
Right.
Men cannot. Men can be friends with a lesbian woman without being judged. If anything, he'll be the popular brother on the block. All the brothers don't want to, hang out with him. Okay, man, turn me on to your girl. But when it comes to a gay guy, then guys tend to they kind of pull back, I think. And even if they're not gay, and if that is their friend, they're really afraid about being judged and being called gay themselves. And it's so funny. I've never heard of two guys. Normally, if you're hanging out with a guy or whatever, and you're hanging with a gay guy or whatever, people assume that he's gay. They're automatically going to assume that the straight guy is gay too. But it's never been vice versa. Gay guy hanging out with a straight guy. How come the gay guy couldn't be straight? I still don't understand. I mean, come on.
Because they're extra fabulous. They're too fabulous to be straight.
Exactly.
Right.
Too fabulous.
Too fabulous.
But you know what? You have all kind of gay men, just like you have all kind of heterosexual guys. Guys that like to dress that are heterosexual, and they don't mess around. They just like fashion. And then you have some brothers that are kind of scruffy, and they don't have anything to do with fashion. They're men's men. But I don't think that determines your sexuality, the outfit or the clothes that you wear. Yes, some gay guys tend to be a little flamboyant or over the top or have a little flair. But then there's some brothers that are gay that are just, chill, laid back. They wear jeans just like anybody else.
Or they could be a gay man wearing gaiters and wearing head to toe lime green, zoot suit, like the old ass.
You just described the whole city of Detroit.
Church Sunday. I'm going to church on Sunday.
Exactly.
Motherfucking Sunday. Are you serious? Can't do that to people what they're wearing.
And the main guys and usually the ones that are screaming the loudest about it are the ones that probably had an experience or are the ones that want to have an experience. So
or they're curious.
Exactly.
There's so much of it.
Exactly. And it is. So we have a couple more questions here, and then we're just going to wing it because I have a lot of things that I would like to talk about when it comes to the gay community and the relationship. The potential concerns do you or would you have around maintaining that relationship? What potential concerns would you have around maintaining that relationship? Martin, I'm going to let you answer that.
There you go.
No issues with that at all.
So you're okay.
Yeah, I'm okay with all that. Like,
with hanging out with your friend or your cousin,
right?
Without people, because people are going to talk, and and I'm sure the women, like I said, is different. And I wish you had have another brother that hopefully he'd get a chance to come on the show so that we can ask him, because men's opinions and point of views are totally different from women when it comes to this topic on sexuality and gays and straight. But we got a commercial break. Excuse me, that's coming up right quick. Let's go to commercial break, and then we're going to come back, and then we're going to jump into this a little deeper, because this is going to be really hot, you guys. We're going to talk about it all. So make sure, you guys, if you're watching, like and share this amazing topic. It's going down. Can you be in a platonic relationship with a gay person? We'll be right back, guys.
All right.
Get it that I'm never going back. Get it that I'm never going back. I get to it first, I got you mad. I guess that when I get to it last. Get it that I'm never going back. Get it that I'm never going back. Going up, going up, going up, going up, going up, going up. Get it that I'm never going up, going up.
language. Baby, now tell me exactly how you feel. I'm just trying to keep it real. Let me love you on the inside, love you on the inside. Tell me exactly what you mean. You mean everything to me. Let me love you on the inside, love you on the inside. Dance on the beat. I don't want no excuses. You keep me feeling so clueless. I'd like to dream. Keep on dreaming about us, baby. Yeah. Now tell me exactly how you feel. I'm just trying to keep it real. Let me love you on the inside, love you on the inside. Tell me exactly what you mean. You mean everything to me. Let me love you on the inside, love you on the inside.
All right, you guys, and we are back. We're back. Where's Jessie? Where's my girl Jessie?
I'm here.
Right, there you are, babe. So we were talking about these questions are so sporadic, but we are going to go along with hey. Somebody put down Precious. Hey, Precious, how's it going, sweetheart? Thank you for joining in with us on tonight in the conversation. We got hot topics here. So, potential, Martin said he doesn't have any type of concerns around maintaining the relationship. Now, sometimes, Martin, brothers can be a man's man. Doesn't matter what his sexual orientation is.
Or they on the DL.
Exactly. And a lot of brothers are on the DL. So have you had someone, Martin, that was, being a friend, or it still could be a friend of yours that tried you or asked you or, wanted?
Yeah, I had, wasn't a friend of mine, just actually hanging out.
Oh, yeah. So it was just a regular brother per se.
Yeah, just a regular brother. And he kept calling me, he kept saying, man, you so beautiful.
Oh, wow.
I want you to be my queen. I want to take you
Wait,
home.
what?
Yeah.
What? Wait, what was he offering?
How did you handle that?
He was like, I want to take you home, and I want you to be my queen.
Oh,
this
wow.
one I had braids at the time. So he's like, you got
long
hair.
Okay.
You sending mixed signals, Martin.
It was braids. Just braids.
At you, Martin.
Right.
He ain't mad at you.
Exactly. But you know what? People, people are going to hit on you. That's how come we have to prepare our kids for society and the world. We can be in the comforts of our home, but once we're outside, we are going to encounter all kinds of people. And Martin, I applaud you, and I hope you didn't hit the brother, try to knock him out.
No.
Okay, there you go.
I just told him, I just said, look, man, I appreciate the compliment, but I don't go that route.
Right. There you go.
I'm like, that's not me.
And I think that's the appropriate.
That's a perfect way to say it.
There you go, Jesse. Exactly.
That's
now,
perfect.
on the other hand, Joy, have you, since you hung out in the community, and we share some lesbian girlfriends, that we love, have you ever had that to happen to you?
Yes, absolutely. I have some lesbian girlfriends that I'm close with, and some of them try to talk to me and sometimes I don't, but it doesn't matter. It's just like you just have a platonic friendship,
Right.
You set your boundaries and you just say, hey, we're cool. We're not going to go that direction because like Martin said, I don't go that route, but we can definitely be friends and be cool and be sisters and everything. So
Exactly.
it happens.
And that's good to have that type of understanding with your friend, because everybody's not going to cross the line like that. And I think you would handle it. I had a situation in the salon, since we're talking about salon. I had a young lady that worked there that was a lesbian, and she was interested in one of the coworkers. And she made a pass at her, and the coworker felt extremely uncomfortable. So she shared it with me, and I said, well, you know what? I'll have a talk with her. But I said, you have to handle her like you would a dude. If it's somebody that you're not interested in, I don't care who it is. If
Right.
you're not, it doesn't make them special because they're gay, you know, or lesbian or whatever. It's the appropriate thing to do. It's like, I'm flattered, perhaps, you know, that you think that, but no, I don't go that way. You know, opposed to blowing up and, oh my God, this lesbian came on to me and, you know, she's doing this and she's doing, it's like, come on, we should be able to handle ourselves when something like that occurs. And it doesn't have to be about
1000%.
it.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Exactly.
I think it's flattering, like Martin said. I mean, if a woman hits on me, that's the ultimate compliment. The ultimate compliment.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
And at the end of the day, when somebody comes to tell you that they would love for you to be their potential mate, and if you become extra offended or whatever because a person of the same sex, what does it say about you?
You
Because
as
it's
an
really what we're
individual.
talking about is genitalia. And so the
Exactly.
fact that this person found you attractive and thought that you would be a good partner for them, it has to be a compliment and nothing else.
Exactly. That's so true, Jesse, because you know what, it's hard trying to find a partner, be it straight, gay, you know, whatever you are. Good
Right.
people are hard to find. And we are visual people. So if we see somebody that's beautiful, you know, you're gonna go up to them and, you know, be like, oh my God, you're beautiful. Can I have your number or whatever? But it's so sad that society won't allow us to really be who we are. I think women get more of a pass than men
1000%.
do. Exactly, than
Oh, yeah.
men do, because it's more accepted because of society. You know, think that it's okay. We even have some men and some married men that would like to bring a woman into their marriage and their relationship, and they will ask their heterosexual wife, would you participate? And I mean, and we're all grown, and if that's what turns you on, or if that's something that you want to do, then by all means, especially if you spoke about it with your partner, I mean, by all means, have at it. Martin, I'll have you to speak on that. Is that something that you would participate in, or something that you would ask if it were your wife or your woman that you're going steady with? Jesse, why are you laughing?
We're pinpointing this poor man. Go
I
ahead,
know.
Martin.
Look,
Tell
we
us.
want to know.
Rodney, I'm about to ask you some questions.
Okay, come on. Hey, we are grown. Come on,
Would you
Jesse.
do it? Would you do it too?
Me too, Rodney.
Guys,
Wait.
all
Let
three
Martin-
of you.
let
I'm
Martin
curious.
ask. Come on, Martin.
I wouldn't do it with
I'm
my wife.
curious.
If I was married, I wouldn't do that with my wife. I mean, I think when you married, you start bringing other people into your bedroom. She might like it and like start doing it without me. You know?
That's usually the worry, right?
Yeah. So then, but if it was just somebody I'm hanging out with and she was like, hey, Martin, I think she's beautiful. Let's bring her in the room. I'm cool with that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Wait. So if she suggested it, but you wouldn't suggest it.
That's because I probably wouldn't want to offend her. You know.
That's a good. I mean, how do you go about? But it is something that you would participate in if given the opportunity, correct?
Oh yeah.
Right, exactly. So now let me flip it. You ask your woman if you could bring another woman so that you could see her partake with the other young lady. That turns a lot of brothers on. What if your woman asked you if I can bring a brother in and I want to watch you and a brother get down?
I'll be like, I don't go that route.
Okay. What makes
Come on,
I don't go that route.
You're in a heterosexual relationship with your woman, so why would you ask a heterosexual woman to have relations with another woman so that you can watch and, you know, have your fantasies fulfilled or whatever?
I wouldn't ask. She would have to suggest it. But if she wanted to bring a man in there, it's like, come on.
Okay. But
he might put it down better than me in front of me.
Right. But most brothers, Martin, and then but we brothers have had a threesome. I don't think you understood what I asked. She would want to see you perform with him.
Oh, no.
Absolutely not.
It's
Absolutely not. Of course, let alone with, because a lot of brothers have threesomes. That's kind of common with brothers. But brothers want to see the woman perform with another woman, even if your woman's heterosexual. Most brothers I know. I'm sorry, Joy.
Let me say this. I think the problem is, and I'm sorry to interrupt you, Rodney.
No, go on. We're talking.
Yeah. So the issue is that if a woman gets with another woman, it does not make them any less feminine, does it? Martin,
no.
Makes them any less feminine? Not at all. But if a man gets together with another man who are heterosexual, that just makes them less masculine. So
yeah. Does it? Or are you asking, George, or you're saying?
Hey, I'm saying and asking.
Okay.
I think in the eyes, I think with the lady, like if I'm dating her and she bring another dude in there and she see us getting it in, in her head, she might be like, how many times has he did this?
Right.
Like, what's up with him?
Would you say that about your woman? Would you say that about your woman?
No, because of, like it's
come on, Jesse. What you think? What do you think about that? No, Martin. Go ahead, finish, Martin.
No, I wouldn't say that if my woman was messing with another woman. I mean,
what would be the difference?
Because it seemed like it's more accepted in society.
There you have
it.
Yeah.
So it goes, there you have it. Thank you for saying that, because it's a societal construct,
there you go.
right?
Right.
So for me, and I realize I'm a little bit out there, and I realize that, and oftentimes people mistake my openness for promiscuity. The fact that I'm open, it doesn't mean that I'm out banging everybody. And it doesn't mean I'm in orgies all the time. But it also means that I'm aware of what's happening around me. I'm aware of who does what and who's interested in what, and like the dynamics of it more than an average person. For me personally, I think it's unfair that we put such pressures on women. Oftentimes, I've been in relationships where men have pressured me to be with other women.
Right.
And it like didn't give me a chance to figure that out for myself.
Right.
But God forbid I say, baby, let me see you suck that dick.
Exactly.
God forbid.
Exactly.
God fucking forgive, right?
Exactly.
And to be honest, I think that's kind of hot. And I know a lot of women who think
that
so.
Want to see
and
that.
And in 2022, and where we're sitting today, so many people that I know, many in their 30s, gorgeous, beautiful people, men that who identify as heterosexual.
Right.
And if they're in certain situations, they'll be like, yeah, if we're all having a good time, everybody's feeling it. And yeah, if there's swords touching, I'm not all that mad.
Exactly.
And then I'm just kind of like, what if I'm shoving that sword in your mouth, though?
Exactly.
But like, I'm not trying to do any of that kind of stuff. But I think that it's unfair, and I think we need to look at ourselves as a society and evolved human beings. That women are not creatures for you men to play with and toy with. Okay, we are equally standing in our own feet in our sexuality and who we are as human beings. So if we can perform for you, you sure as fuck can perform for us, goddammit.
There you have it. And I think, Jesse, you have spoke for a whole lot of women, because a lot of women, they do give in to what their husbands want. They want to please their husbands. They want to satisfy them. And
it's very sad.
Yeah.
It's horse shit, and it's a mess, and it's a mistake, and don't do it. Don't do it for somebody else.
Exactly. Do it because you want to. Exactly. And prior to getting married, I think you should have this conversation with what is it that you like? What is it that you want to do? What is it that you expect of me out of this relationship? Sexually and far as everything else. So I mean,
are we evolving together? How much are we evolving together? Because you get married in your 20s, and then you get in your 30s, and you got your babies, and your kids get older, and you're in your 40s, and all of a sudden you're looking at things different ways, sex included. And so what was okay with you in the 20s is not okay now, or what wasn't okay. Maybe you're like, but that's not so bad.
Something different.
I mean, I can personally attest to some of that stuff myself. Yeah, you might want to try something.
You might want to try something. But we got a commercial break coming up again, you guys. Let's take a break, and we're going to be right back with you guys. If you guys are tuning in, make sure you like and share. This is a hot topic, guys. We'll see you right after the commercial break.
All right.
We are back. Where's our girl Jessie?
Where are you at, Jesse?
Well, that's okay. She's probably having some type of Wi-Fi connection issues. But we got another question coming up. You guys, producer, roll our questions so that we can ask some questions about you guys about this sexual thing. But one thing, you guys, something that Jesse said was so true, and I wish she was here so that we can talk about this. She said that because of her sexuality and what she likes or what she does, people tend to think that you're a pervert or you just like your sexual being. You always want sex or you're just out there and you're just loose. That does not mean that. A lot of gay men get that as well. A lot of people think that gay men just want any man that they
Right.
you know, they want to hang out with them or get with them. But that's not true. People have preferences. Everybody has a preference on what they like. Okay, do you or would you feel people make assumptions regarding your sexuality because of your association and, of course, with a gay person? And Joy, let me have you to speak on that because you do have quite a few friends that are of the community. Have people thought that, even with you being married, have people thought that you were gay because you hang out with gay people?
All the time. All the time.
Yeah,
People think that I'm gay or bisexual or have thought that in the past. And I've been married for a while now and been with my husband for a long time. But even that, I can touch on the fact that, yes, they thought I was, maybe go both ways, or they maybe thought that, okay, something outside her relationship with her man.
right.
Got all kinds of stuff. But in the end, I'm confident in who I am. My husband's confident in our relationship. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't
Right, and it doesn't. And Joy, and to speak to you on that, and my friends that are married and my friends that are in relationships, and I always thank them for allowing their spouse or to continue to be friends because everybody's not open to that, and everybody does not understand the relationship that we have together. And we love John's our brother, and there's a group of us that introduced John to you. So, so people think, just like my cousin Martin, I have introduced Martin to some wonderful women because that's what Martin likes, and because Martin hangs out with me and with cousins, with blood, with second cousins, that does not mean that Martin is gay. He just loves his cousin. And what's wrong with that? I love all of my relatives,
Wait, Rodney, are you gay? I didn't know.
No, I'm not actually. You didn't know? Are you serious?
I didn't know. Like, we're having this conversation.
What did you think about me?
Honey, you're handsome. You're impeccably dressed. You do
wow.
hair. You're in a great shape. I mean, you have impeccable taste. Like I said, you're such a gentleman. And I mean,
I love you. Now, look,
seriously.
you exactly. And I'm looking for somebody. Let's talk after the show. Look, we'll all be family and friends.
Right.
But we were asking Jesse, and before you left, we touched on, we're gonna finish this question, then we're gonna go back on something that you said that I thought that was very profound.
Mm-hmm.
But Martin, same question to you. Are you worried about, and because you're hanging out with your cousin, are you worried about what people think about you as a heterosexual man because you hang out with a gay person?
No, not at all.
Exactly.
Not at all. Like like you said, I'm hanging out with you because you're my cousin. I love you.
Right.
Even if I had a friend that was gay, I'm still gonna be his friend. Like,
and that,
so it don't concern me what anybody else thinks. We got one life to live, YOLO.
Which is awesome. Which is totally awesome. It's like people are friends with people not because of their sexuality, and until society gets that, it's gonna be a sad.
I think so too. And one of the things, like when I started being more open about my sexuality and some of my relationship with women, and I really don't I don't talk publicly open about it often.
Right.
But one of the first things that my society friends, so you all know who some of my society friends are, and their first thing is like, well, how come you never hit on us? You never try to kiss me. And I'm like, well, first of all, you're old as fuck. And I don't find you attractive.
Right, Jesse? I mean, I'm serious. Why would they think because
Like, how presumptuous of you. Like,
Exactly.
why would you even think that? Like, if I want to fuck somebody, I'm gonna fuck somebody. Like,
Exactly.
I don't need to be sitting here trying to go in after my friends. I don't cross the line. I joke around and say it's separation of church and state.
Oh,
Like,
I like
I don't
that.
mix
I
the
like
two.
that.
It's church and state. I don't fuck around with my friends ever.
And
Especially
that's
if we're
good.
just playing. In the people in the space of sexual openness, one of the key words are playing, right? And we talk
Mhm.
about play partners. You have play partners and you have your regular partner and then whatever. So I'm not ever in a space of play partners with somebody who is my friend.
Right.
Because when you start sharing your body with somebody, and then that's a whole different level of trust and understanding and that, because I don't do that lightly either. The
Right.
fact that I'm open about it doesn't mean I'm out there hoeing around. And then because sometimes people see me talking like this openly in formats like this, and they'll see me out and they'll be like, "Ugh," and I'm just like,
Exactly. And that's
slow
what I
your
want
roll,
to take
buddy.
places
Slow your roll.
on, Jesse. That's what we were saying right before you came back on. A lot of people tend to think because you are open or individual, not you per se,
Right.
but because of individuals very comfortable with their sexuality and they like who they are, they love their body, they love their sexuality. People tend to equate that with being loose or
No.
whorish and that is so far from the truth. Just like I said, gay men. I asked a friend one time, and I wanted to establish we shared a room together, and I always like to nip stuff in the bud, because I'm
Me
that
too.
guy I'm open. Let's talk about it, because nigga, later I don't want you walking around talking no shit about me. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
thank you.
If we got something,
Expectations, clarify.
let's talk about it now. So my thing was that you're married or whatever, and I know you talked about it. Your wife, okay, you hanging out here with me or whatever, or we're sharing a room, which people do. Just because you're sharing a room with somebody don't mean you want to have sex with their
And
ass.
think about that. Women do it all the time.
All the
All
time.
the
But
time.
guys are different. And so I asked him, and he's like, no, I'm cool. Okay. I said, I just want to let it straight. I am not attracted to you in any kind of way, shape, or form at all. You cool, we friends or whatever. And then I asked him, well, what do you think about, gay men, or what's your perception or your take on? He said, well, I just think gay guys like to get screwed and to have oral sex and that.
jeez.
That makes me so want to blow my head off.
Really,
That makes
exactly.
me want to
And,
blow
and
my
it's
head off.
ignorant. So it was an
So stupid.
opportunity to educate. So
It's not even ignorant. They're just plain stupid.
stupid. Exactly. And a lot of people,
Stupid.
Jesse, they are, and it's from what they've been taught. And it's from, how they've been socialized and in their circles, are small, and they don't, where they think it doesn't include gay people. But there's so many people that are on the low and so many people that are afraid of being who they are. And I always tell people it's a lot of people that rather die than to be who they are, because of society has put
Which
so
is
much.
heartbreaking,
And
really.
it really is. I have known quite a few people, young people, that have committed suicide because they couldn't handle the
Wow.
pressures of being gay.
Yeah.
So it's really a hard thing. But to lighten it up some, Jesse was talking about friends. Do you what's that? Do you hold hands, or would you hold hands with a friend, or kiss a friend, or Martin, if you had a gay friend? I have some friends of mine, and they're very straight guys, but we kiss, not necessarily on the lips or on the forehead or whatever. Is that something that, and I know a lot of brothers have a problem with that type of touchy feely or whatever. Is that something that, what do brothers say about doing stuff like that? Automatically, they would think a brother was gay if he
Yeah,
did.
they gonna think you gay. That's for sure.
Affectionate. I mean, your brother, Martin, would you kiss your brother on the forehead?
Yeah. I would kiss my brother, my nephew.
The thing is, exactly. And it's just being, and Martin and I both share the same birthday, and we are Libras, we're very compassionate and loving people, but I think people tend to take it the wrong way. And you see some women, a lot of women are very comfortable with, walking with their girlfriends, and majority not. I can't say African American women would do that, because a lot of Caucasian girls or people of other nationalities, I think they feel more comfortable with their girlfriend, or if they were walking or having fun or doing something of that nature. But I think you guys in our community, because of church and just because of how we've been raised and taught, that we don't do that because of how it looks.
Right.
And it's sad that you can't show love to a friend because of what society is going to think about you. Now, this is something that I always get, and I had some brothers to turn me on to some beautiful women, and they figure, and some women think it too. They figure if I have sex with you, you're gonna be straight. What's your take on that, guys? Ladies, I need to ask you that. Do you think you could screw a brother and make him straight? And I think y'all know, because sometimes you have seen some people are attracted to their gay friends, and sometimes it has happened that they have had sex or whatever, but it's like, I didn't feel nothing. It was nothing.
Sometimes it's just friction.
Exactly.
Sometimes it's just friction.
Rubbing
And
peas,
you just,
rubbing
I
peas.
just I had an itch and you were there to scratch it. Sometimes it's just that.
There you go.
But-
and things like that happen.
I personally don't think you can ever change somebody's
sexual
orientation
Right,
because
exactly.
you want to change it. I think that sometimes they change it within themselves because they've evolved, they've
Right.
experienced things,
Right.
they've done things. And my God, if I was a lesbian, my life would be so much easier. And I would pick a girl that wore the same size clothes as I did and that had the same style of cooking, and I would just be dating myself, god damn it.
Exactly.
I 100% would, but it just is like at a point now, I think that because I think that even if they want to explore, and if it's not something that they end up with, they don't even dare, and so they end up in this of secrecy, particularly Black men.
Right.
And I'm really sad about it, and I think that's why a lot of men cheat. That's why a lot of men lie,
Exactly.
and to their partners, because they're not trying to lose their partner, but they're not able to have this honest conversation with their partner. But like, hey, I was fantasizing about a tranny last night.
Right.
And that, and just because you fantasize or wanted to think about it and you jacked off to one doesn't mean that you're gonna go get yourself a tranny and marry one.
And do it.
Not to
Exactly.
say not to be shitty with people who have done that.
Exactly.
Because I don't judge that either. I had a fabulous weekend with a trans person a couple of years back, and I don't regret it whatsoever.
And it's really what you like. It's what you like. And now,
I
Martin,
explore.
Right now, Martin, I'm going to have you to answer this, because people think that, I'm going to, screw this guy and he's going to be straight. Then why is it that most brothers think that I am going to turn a straight man gay because you're gay? Can you do that?
I don't believe so. You might put him on some new things he like that he didn't know about.
But how do you make somebody gay?
You can't.
You can't.
You
Just
can't.
like you can't make me you can't make it somebody else straight.
So So people, but they tend to say when it's the opposite way, oh, if you hang out with that guy, you're gonna be gay. Or if they're raising your kids, a lot of people don't want gay people to raise kids because they're gonna teach them how to be the gay.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. That's the stupidest thing. Like kind of thing that we talk about, the books that we allow in school these days and things like that. It's the dumbest and the most ignorant, bigoted thing I've ever heard in my life. And anytime I hear it, I will tear that person down until they go home crying to their mama. Because this is so stupid. And we as Americans in 2022 can't be that stupid. I don't even want to say ignorant and arrogant. I don't want to be politically correct. You're fucking stupid.
But they are. And it's sad that people are like that. And it's what they're taught. It's what they have been taught. And it's so unfortunate that people teach your kids like that. And it's a form of ignorance. And some people, they just don't know. They just don't know. So people have to have empathy, for people. I was sharing with a buddy of mine that had been through something. I was like, dude, I don't care what you've been through. You would never have it worse than a gay Black man.
For
That's
sure.
and people
Well, do
think.
you know the history? Do you know the
Mhm.
history why the Black community is particularly with the elderly Black men in particular, why it's so
Hold
bad?
on to it. We're gonna come back to that thought. We got to go to a commercial break, you guys, and we're gonna come right back and get right back on
Right
top
back
of this
into it.
shop talk, you guys. Stay tuned.
No, yeah. He doesn't mind at all. He want my juice like that. He does whatever what he feels for nobody but himself. No, yeah. So I pull myself together to not give myself the pressure. I don't know what to do with it. Should I let him go? Go? I don't know what to do with it. Should I let him go? I fall for his eyes when he's staring into mine. Know he's bad for me. So what's standing in our way? And he's out of my league. I feel insecure, but I hope this is real, yeah. He doesn't mind at all. He want my juice like that. He does whatever what he feels for nobody but himself. No, yeah. He doesn't mind at all. He want my juice like that. He does whatever what he feels for nobody but himself. No, yeah.
All right, you guys, and we are back with Shop Talk. If you're tuning on in, you guys, we are talking about can you have a platonic relationship with a lesbian woman or a gay man? Now we left, and Jesse was making a statement. Go ahead, Jesse. Pick up where you left off.
Well, I was talking about one of the reasons I've been doing a lot of research on this, and that the African American community, how they are about the male homosexuality, is that back in the day, like during slave days and all of that, a lot of the slave masters would rape the men,
Men,
the strongest and the most beautiful,
right?
and of the men to show their dominance and power over these men. So 200-300 years later, I think we're like at 300-400 years later now.
Mm-hmm.
But like we as a community, we as a community of African Americans, and particularly in the male, like the whole masterful masculine community, that's the
Right.
things that they think about, and they're not really thinking about the fact that it has to do with love. Nobody
Right.
would choose
Exactly.
to inflict that kind of pain upon themselves and their family and the community homes that they come from, so just so that they can go get fucked in the ass. That's
Exactly.
not what this is.
I love
And
Jesse. She's
it's
been
about
raw,
love.
straight
It's about
raw,
love
no
and who you
chaser.
love. I'm sorry.
No, baby, you being
and it's
yourself, and
it's about
you know what,
love.
Jesse? We need this type of conversation. It's so that people that are gay and let's face it, everybody's not going to come out. There's going to be a whole bunch of
And that's
download people or
okay.
whatever. But people should know that it's okay to live your truth. It's okay to be who you are as a person, and then you have to find your community, just like us here. And I wish some other people were able to chime in that think different from us, so that we can just understand why they think different or why, because it's all about love at the end of the day. So my thing is that you definitely have to find your community of people that love you and that support you and that brings the same energy that you're bringing into your friendship.
And I think it's simple, Rodney, because I think the most part people are afraid of judgment.
Right. Almost definitely.
Of judgment. That's the biggest fear from people, is that they don't want people to think anything different. I mean, we're human beings, so we're going to feel like we don't want to be judged. But if you find a family, like, and I'm a Christian and I'm very active in my church, and there's some things that my church members are not going to agree with what I speak on or who I hang around with, and I'm sure that's the case with others. But in the end, I told you, you only have one judge, and it's not Simon Cowell.
I love that, Joy.
I love that. I love that.
And that's so true. And we have to remember that. But I always apologize to my friends for if they're hanging out with me and then they're judged because of who I am, and it's just the ignorance of people. But I appreciate my friends and the people that love me for who I am as a person. And like I said, sometimes you can't pick your family. Well, we know you can't pick your family. That's just automatic. But you can have a chosen family and a chosen group of people that accept you and love you for who you are as a person. Because when you're gay or same gender loving or whatever you call yourself, it's just a small percentage
of who you are.
Yeah.
You are so much more than what happens when you're genitalia.
Exactly.
You're so much more. And I think the more attention we take away from it, the better we become as humanity. And how we treat one another, how we treat the children that are growing up, and all the different areas that they're growing up. And I don't have a specific set of religion, because I'm not going to say I believe in God, because I don't. But I believe in being a good human being. I believe in being the best I can be. And if God makes Joy feel the best Joy that she can be, who the fuck am I to say that she can't have that? I have to respect it, and I have to be in the space of love for her for that, because I'm so happy for her that she has that.
Right.
And I feel like that about everybody. Don't hurt people. Don't be you, and who somebody's putting their penis in is not your business.
Not your business, because normally that's done behind closed doors, right?
Unless they're shoving it in your face, it's not your business.
It's totally not your business. So, Martin, have you encountered some young ladies that were lesbians that were attracted to you in any type of way, and wanted to be friends, but just platonic friends?
Yeah, I got some gay friends, some gay female friends.
Okay. And they just want to be friends.
Just want to be friends. We talk about everything, laugh, kick it, hang out whenever we can. And it's okay. It's cool with me.
Right. So you ain't trying to gather up her and a couple of little girlfriends and be like, hey, what y'all doing? Let's have
Oh my God, they hate that. They really hate that.
No. I try to be cool.
Right.
And
that's good. And you know what happens sometimes, I think people, and I'll let you guys chime in on this, and then we gotta go. This topic is so hot. But do you guys think that if you had an experience, because a lot of people go to college, and sometimes they have an experience or something different that they just wanted to try out, and if they did do something with the same gender, do you think that one time that they did something, does that make them gay, in your opinion? What do you think, Martin?
I don't think it makes them gay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you're gay or not.
Exactly.
And some people just like
you are or you're not.
Exactly.
Either you are or you're not.
To try new things.
Right. Jesse, what about you?
It's not something that you can tap in and out of. Either you are or you're not. I mean,
exactly.
My God. Like, people talk about anal sex all the time. It's not my thing at all. Have I tried it? Yes. Did I love it? Fuck no. Will I ever never do it again? I don't know. I don't freaking know.
Right.
But again, like what happens below my waist is between the person who I'm doing it with.
Right,
And it's
right.
not up for your dinner conversation. It's my
Exactly.
pussy. I'll carry it around with me
And
24/7.
you control it. And Joy, on that note, what about you? You think they are,
What's the
or
question?
it's just an experience? If someone had a same-sex experience, one.
Absolutely not. Absolutely,
Okay,
they're not.
exactly.
You
So,
are not. I think there might be some psychology behind it if something
right.
happened at a younger age, so they
Mhm.
say. But no, I don't think it'll make you gay. I think you're
It's just that you tried something. You know, it's like
Yeah,
I like greens, but I'm gonna try this broccoli and see what it tastes like.
here it is.
But it
right.
wasn't good, so I'm just not doing it. But I
I'm
appreciate you guys coming on and being open. This is definitely a conversation that needs to be had, you guys, and I'm glad our producer allowed us, Christine Bachet. She is a Black-owned entrepreneur, and this is her platform, you guys, and we appreciate her for giving us this
Yes.
opportunity to come on and talk about the topics that we're talking about. But we're gonna have to go, you guys. This is Shop Talk, and you guys have to stay tuned and make sure that you tune in next week for just a little Shop Talk. I want to thank my guests again for coming out, Martin, my cousin Jesse, and my sister Miss Joy.
So yeah,
You are amazing, and it's like people aren't really open to these type of conversations. You know, people are afraid of these type of conversations, but I think it's something that we need more of, and especially when you have children. You know, you got to talk to your kids. And Jesse, can you speak on that just right quick? We got a couple minutes. What type of conversation did you have with your girls?
I started having them very early. I had 3 daughters and 1 son, and 2 of my daughters are non-binary.
Mm-hmm.
The one is 23 and in med school, and the little one is 18. But the little one came like when they were 14 to say, Miss Mom, I think I mean, this is a research I've done. Gender identification and sexuality are 2 different things.
Right.
I'm non-binary. I'd like for you to refer to me as they, them, and their now. And
And
it used to be Jordan, and now it's Jaden. And we were like,
right.
it's only 2 freaking letters, really?
Exactly. And
Is there
that's
gonna be
awesome, you
surgery?
guys.
We
And
love
look,
you.
we're going to have another show on that, and that's our time. And I appreciate you guys again. Stay tuned next week for a little Shop Talk. You guys have an amazing evening. I'll see you guys later. See you next week, Joy.
All right.
Take care. All right. Love you,
you.
Jesse. Thanks,
Love
Martin.
you too.
You guys
Bye.
have an amazing day.
All right.
My name is Christine Burkett, the inventor of the 5 F's to Love. This is a compatibility app. It's an app that gives you an opportunity to rate words that start with the letter F in chronological order of importance to you, to help you find your one true love, your soulmate, and the person you're going to spend the rest of your life with. So after you've taken the time to rate your F's in chronological order, you send a link to the person, I don't know, you just met, or the person you've been dating for quite some time. Or maybe it's the person you've been married to for 30 to 40 to 50 years. And then you compare your top 5 F's to find out what things you have in common and things that you may perhaps need to work on. This is taking a simplistic perspective on how to find your one true love, your soulmate, the person you're going to spend the rest of your life with.